Someone Better by I_am_Ellie on AO3. Episode 35, Chapter 26, Never Be the Same. It was near the end of Izuku's winter break, and after heavy deliberation that Shouta called Nezu. He was a bit hesitant to do so, if he was being honest. He respected Nezu to a great degree. He had given him the chance he needed to get into the UA Hero course, and he probably had the rat-like creature to thank for his career at Shoji's agency. But that didn't make Nezu any less terrifying to interact with. Nezu was almost manic in the way he carried himself, a sweet demeanor that hid an unendlessly dangerous threat. It had always been off-putting to Shouta. When Shouta had called, Nezu was answering on the first ring, and despite Shouta being positive that he never given his number to Nezu, or the school, knew who he was right away. Shouta suspected he had Nemuri to thank for that. "Mr. Aizawa," Nezu greeted cheerfully as soon as he picked up the phone. "Principal Nezu." Shouta replied evenly. "I expect this is your accepting the job," Nezu exclaimed cheerfully. "Will I see you, Hizashi, and Nemuri on the first day back from winter break?" Well... He closed his mouth to stop himself from stammering further. "Yes." "Excellent," Nezu said. "I'll be seeing you soon then." "Yes, I have to." "Take care of your nephew, I expect." "Yes, I understand." "How?" "I know things, young Aizawa," Nezu said cheerfully. "Yes, well, goodbye." "Bye-bye now." The conversation ended with a click. Shouta set the phone on the table slowly, standing up and moving into the kitchen to make himself a strong cup of coffee, feeling deeply disturbed. He could just barely hear Izuku giggling in the living room. Shouta had a feeling he didn't fully understand what he had gotten himself into. He, Hizashi, Nemuri, and Izuku went to get supplies a few days before their new jobs were set to begin. Izuku would need a new backpack and winter clothes as well, so it wasn't too much of a hassle bringing the small child. Shouta and Hizashi would both need button-up t-shirts and slacks, as well as blouses, shirts, and new pants for Nemuri. For Izuku, they bought new hoodies, sweaters, and jeans, as well as rubber boots now that the snow was turning to sludge and everything was getting muddier. Hizashi, Nemuri, and Shouta were all still feeling the effects of the night before. New Year's was over, and New Year's for Nemuri and Hizashi meant getting trashed on alcohol while Shouta drank much more respectably, enough to keep the other two under control, and tried to keep them from getting themselves into some kind of horrible mishap. They started drinking at 8 p.m., after Izuku had settled down for bed. Shouta could remember about 2 hours of the night before his memory blacked out, most likely due to exhaustion from the late hour than the alcohol. And all he knew was that Nemuri had woken in the snack cabinet, Hizashi had woken up naked and feeling sick in the bathroom, hearing aids in another room, while Takana curled up around them protectively. And Shouta had woken up fine. He was laying on the back of the couch, where he presumably settled down to sleep, which really created more questions than answers. Izuku had thankfully slept in, so they had plenty of time to get themselves right and clean up the house, as well for all of them to take showers and brush their teeth, which took Hizashi around in half an hour to complete, because he kept falling asleep against the shower wall. But they got themselves ready and fed, as much as they could handle eating, with their stomachs staggering a revolt, and have gotten Izuku up and ready to go as well. Shouta counted himself lucky that he had made it to the store. He blacked out around the time that they had gotten halfway a bottle of vodka, and that usually wasn't a good sign. They were as hung over as they could ever remember being in his life, but at least they had made it. Shouta had never been more thankful for Tylenol and coffee. Izuku was excited to run around the store, as he always was, which meant they had to try and keep up with the child's unnaturally high energy levels. Always fun. When they went to get Izuku's stuff first, a backpack, his clothes, new shoes, etc., etc., they then went off to the office supplies, so they could get the materials the adults would need. Hizashi holding onto Izuku's hand to try and get the child from running away. It just meant he was pulling against his arm in a haste. "Tiger," Nemuri said, "you have to slow down." By the look of her face, it seemed talking hurt. It certainly hurt Shouta listening to it. He had a pair of large sunglasses to block out the light, and Hizashi and Nemuri were both wearing something similar. His ears were hurting, and his leg was aching up that day. And the combination of unpleasant sensation was nothing short of horrible. "We have headaches. When grown-ups have headaches, they like being slow and boring. Slow down." Izuku frowned. "Why do you all have headaches at the same time?" Izuku asked. Shota's headache spiked. "Because we were all idiots and got shit-faced, and now we're facing the repercussions. Don't drink, child." "Allergies," Shouta grunted. "But it's winter," Izuku protested. "And you don't got runny noses." Why must his child be intelligent? "Different strain." Izuku frowned like he didn't believe him, and then he slowed his quickening pace considerably. They moved about as quickly as possible to get their office supplies so they could get home. Maybe Shouta would be able to get Izuku to take a nap. Then Shouta could take a nap. That idea was certainly appealing. "Is that everything we need?" Hizashi asked, and Shouta could hear the hope in his voice. "Nope," Izuku said. "We gotta get ice cream." "Why do we need ice cream? We have ice cream at home." "Because I'm good?" The three adults stared at the child down for a long moment, and Izuku stared right back at them. It was Hizashi who broke first. "Can't argue with that logic." They got ice cream from the little parlor in the store, and Izuku did not take a nap. They started school around half a week later, and Shouta couldn't say he wasn't grinning, feeling a bit unhinged when he finally got to drop Izuku off at school. Children were exhausting. But it was finally over. Break was finally over, and he could send the child off to school. It made him feel a bit giddy. But now he was going to UA to do his job, surrounded by even more children. He was beginning to question whether this was a good idea. But it was too late now, because there he was, standing in front of the gates of UA for the first time in years. He thought he could feel that familiar thrill of excitement that he experienced the first time he walked through the gates, years ago at 14 years old. And it did feel like a good idea at that moment. It did. He might not think so a month later, or a day later, or even 5 minutes later, but at that moment, it felt like this is what he needed to do. And with happiness blooming in his chest, he stepped through the gates of UA. As I've been saying, this is not the end. This is not the end. We still have 21 more chapters to go on the second part of the series, which is Somewhere Better, by obviously the same author, I_am_Ellie on AO3. Duh. So I'm gonna read the summary for that one. Izuku has been living with Shouta and Hizashi for almost a year, and things have certainly changed in the two pro heroes' lives. Hizashi and Shouta are getting married. Izuku has friends, people he could rely on. They all finally reached a place of financial and emotional stability. Everything is perfect. So why does life keep trying to throw a wrench in the family they've made for themselves? Sequel to Someone Better. I can recommend reading that. Oh, obviously, you're reading that if you do. Notes. Might have some manga spoilers, though I have yet to meet anyone who doesn't know or already guessed this information. What manga spoilers are that? What are we talking about? Hold up. Oh, it hit me. Oh yeah, no, it's not really spoilers, now that I think about it. Everybody knew. Even before it was like confirmed on the manga and in the anime, everybody was like, yeah, no, we had canon this. And then it got confirmed, and then everyone was like, yeah, we thought. Hirokoshi, you thought you pulled a fancy one on us. Nah, we knew. But additional tags: Angst, Hurt Comfort, Implied/reference child abuse, child neglect, child abandonment, dead Inko Midoriya, Hurt Aizawa Shouta, Hurt Izuku Midoriya, Hurt Kaminari Denki, Hurt Shinsou Hitoshi, Poor Uraraka, Money, Young Midoriya Izuku, Quirkless Izuku Midoriya, Autistic Shouta Aizawa, Shouta Aizawa has chronic pain, Deaf Hizashi Midoriya, Hizashi Yamada. Anxious Izuku Midoriya is a ray of sunshine, selectively mutes Shinsou Hitoshi, Fluff and Angst, family feels, Found family, adoption, implied such reference suicide, depression, anxiety, friendship. I'm bad at tagging, sign language, bad parenting. Shouta Aizawa is Midoriya Inko's uncle. Midoriya Izuku's uncle. Uncle Aizawa Shouta. Uncle Hizashi Yamada. Aunt Kaminari Nemuri. Therapy. Physical disability, dyslexic Kaminari Denki. Kaminari Denki has ADHD. There it is. ADHD. I knew he had ADHD. Tired Aizawa Shouta. Shouta Aizawa is a good teacher. Anxiety attack. Shinsou has issues. Protective Shinsou Hitoshi. Protective Izuku Midoriya. Protective Hatsumi Mei. Protective Uduraka. Protective Denki. Disassociation. Slow burn. So, what are the relationships? Hold up. Slow burn. Where the fuck is a slow burn? Hold up. Where the fuck is the slow burn? I'm reading through this. Nope, these are just all friendly tags. The only like non-platonic and romantic tag of relationships is Eraserhead. Where the fuck did the slow burn come from? Slow. Oh, what? Slow burn. What? Hello? Guys, where the fuck did that one come? I don't. Oh, hold up. One of the tags was bad at tagging. I could tell. Unless it means slow burn on the marriage? But that's not so. You know, I'm not gonna question it. Asexual number. Whoa! Asexual club. Welcome Nemuri to the asexual. Oh my god, she's a typical asexual because she is constantly making dirty jokes and innuendos. We love that. Welcome to the party. And for being a typical stereotype. And then again, I'm a stereotype. I think this one is a little bit shorter than the last. Let me just check. Top of chapter. Yep. Wait, I immediately went to... Fuck. Hold up, let me check. Yeah, because it's just a slight bit shorter, but literally I think the difference is 10,000 words, but like the chapters are around the same. So this one's probably going to be broken up into multiple chapters, considering that I think this one has longer chapters. I think this one does have longer chapters. I think each chapter is a little longer, so I think each chapter is going to have to forcefully be broken up into twos. Let me check how long chapter 1 is. Although chapter 1, now that I think about it, is not looking that long. Word count. Control 47. Okay, I could do that one in one chapter. What about the next chapter? Chapter 2. How long is chapter 2? Oh, this one is considerably longer too. Fuck. I might sometimes break it up into 2 chapters, considering that some of these chapters are gonna start to get longer. Yeah, I think for the most part, I think it's gonna be like 20 to 25 minutes long each, going to 30. So sometimes I'm gonna cut that off if I don't have time to record that much that day, or if it becomes a little too big, you know, things like that. Also, the adults getting shit-faced. That's fucking hilarious. Talk about alcohol. Shit tastes disgusting. Don't look at my age. Shit tastes disgusting. Like, it tastes disgusting. Don't look at my age. Don't question. Shit tastes disgusting. I've tasted it before and it's fucking disgusting. Yes, I've underage drinked, but not like not like I'm like fucking taking shots or shit. I'm just like curious about what it tastes like, and my parents are cool like that, and they're like, hey, you could taste it. And I regret ever tasting it because each time it tastes disgusting. And then my mom's like, okay, you hate the taste of beer. Understandable. A lot of people hate that. You know, sometimes you're gonna get used to it. And I told her, no, I'm never drinking that willingly again. I'm sorry, but if you're telling me that it tastes this horrible for everybody, and this is just a thing that they get used to, fuck that shit. I'm not dealing with that. No. And it smells horrible. And this is coming from someone who has a really bad sense of smell. Alright? No. Get that shit away from me. Right? And then I've tasted, obviously, alcohol with juice. I've tried a lot of things. Right? And it all tastes disgusting. I'm sorry. Why do people drink? It tastes disgusting. I've tried wine. Because I've been told, hey, wine is actually kind of good tasting. I tried wine. That shit is disgusting too. What are you guys on? Why do you guys like drinking? Vodka is... I haven't tried vodka, but I'm not going to try vodka. I heard that's strong. I'm not doing that. I can't handle beer. I can't handle my liquors. And not in the sense of like, oh, I'm probably a lightweight. I don't know if I'm a lightweight or not, and I'm never going to find out because fuck alcohol. Because it tastes disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm not going to find out if I'm a lightweight, heavyweight, or any of that shit because I'm not drinking. No. Not even socially. I'm sorry. If somebody offers me up a drink, I'm gonna be like, nah. Nah. Get that shit away from me. I would rather you offer me drugs. I'm joking. Please do not offer me drugs. But, like, I would rather you offer me fucking shit at that point. Like, get that shit away from me. Like, if I had to choose between sparkling water, which I also hate, not hate, but I don't enjoy the taste. It's not something that I crave or whatever, right? It's like, ugh. You know, it doesn't have a good taste. It's like a weird taste. And it's like, it's not bad. I could drink it. I won't die. But, like, I don't actively crave it. You know, it's like it's bearable. And alcohol, I'll take the fucking sparkling water. Alcohol or a burning hot lava, I'll take the lava, please and thank you. I still try it because I still have high hopes out there that maybe there's a fruity drink out there that's alcoholic that tastes good. Also, before you guys say fruity drinks are very feminine, fuck you. I like being able to taste good stuff, okay? Those people who are like, you are not masculine and you're not a man if you don't like beer and hard liquor. Shut the fuck up. Some of us actually like to taste what we're, you know, and not just... And not taste, you know, some of us actually like enjoying our drinks, okay? Some of us aren't fucking sociopaths, thank you very much. If you like liquor, it's up to you, and if you like beer, and if you like that horrible tasting beer, that's up to you. That's your taste buds, that's you, but you do not shame others for not liking it, okay? You like what you like. Don't shame others for what they like, alright? No, bad. If you like beer, and you like having your taste buds absolutely violated, you do you, buddy. You do you, but you do not shame others, okay? Personally, I don't like the taste of alcohol. It probably tastes different for every person, obviously, because taste buds are different. But I really don't like it. I mean, even when the alcohol percentage to the actual drink, the rest of the drink is low, I can still taste it. And it's disgusting. Because here's the thing, I think the reason why I taste it more is because I don't have a sense of smell. Therefore, my taste buds pick up the strongest part of the thing. And I've noticed that if a drink is watered down and it's sugary, I no longer taste the sugar, I just taste the water, right? I don't have certain tastes are lowered. Like, for example, when I'm eating stuff, I put extra seasoning on my shit. Right? Which is a lot of times when I end up cooking, everybody's like, hey, like, you over salted the food. I'm like, oh shit, sorry, I salted it for me, not for you. That's my bad. I have to undersalt it for other people. And half of the time I end up still over salting it, right? But it's undersalted for me because in the end, I can't just taste it and be like, oh yeah, this is perfect for everybody else, because the fact that I have to oversalt it for me to even taste it, like, I'm either undersalting the fuck out of it or I'm still oversalting it for other people, because I will never get that perfect, like, oh, here's the perfect, because I tasted it perfect, because to a certain degree, I can't really taste it, right? I can't really taste the seasoning. So, like, to a certain degree, I'm shit at cooking for other people. I'm good at cooking for myself. I'm great at cooking for myself. I'm shit at cooking for other people if there's not exact measurements on how much the salt is needed to be added. Which is a lot of times why I research, like, what is the exact tablespoon? I need the exact measurements, please and thank you, because otherwise, I am oversalting the bitch, you know, stuff like that. But I went out of board, because alcohol. I don't know how they could get shit-faced, but they got shit-faced. I want to know how Hizashi ended up in the bathroom naked. I kind of want to know how Nemuri ended up in you know, I probably imagine Nemuri halfway in the, what's it called, the snack drawer, but like, or the snack cabin, but like, what the fuck happened? That's my question. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, actually, like, I'm glad that Izuku stayed asleep, because imagine Izuku like wakes up and then goes to the restroom and there's just a half naked Hizashi, not even half naked, fully naked Hizashi over the bathtub or the toilet or wherever he was, which is like, okay. Okay. Like, what? Anyways, I'll see you next time with still, well, not someone better, somewhere better. It'll still be from Little Cabbage series. Someone Better and Somewhere Better is part of the Little Cabbage series, which is why the playlist for this has always and will always be Little Cabbage. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.